Hello again. I've got another 2 packs here of the limited edition premiere from the Star Wars CCG. And I'm going to open up. Going over my last video, I was talking about some cards that I was missing, cards that I still needed. And after that last video, I'm missing 2 uncommon cards. No, 3 uncommon cards. And then the rest are rares, and I'm at about 35 cards left. So let's see if I can get anything out of these packs. But at the same time, we're still going to have fun looking at what cards we get. Got Dantooine. Traffic Control was a fantastic card. Wooher, we got him in the last go around. Blast Door Controls. And then our rare card is a dark card, Vader's Eye. So it's not one that I needed, but it is a pretty decent card. Moving into our commons, I believe. This is a fun card because it made characters who weren't necessarily warriors turn them into warriors. Or if they were already a warrior, it just added power. And it's got a pretty good destiny draw there of 4. 6 was usually the highest with a couple outlying 7s. In the last video, I think we had a Imperial Timer Mine, and now we've got the Rebel version. We're Doomed. I know that's come up at least once. Radar Scanner. I don't think that's one we've seen in my pack openings. Fusion Generator Supply Tanks. Dark Side Tatooine. Death Star Trooper. Oh, no Stormtrooper in this pack. Except for stun though. So we get a picture of a Stormtrooper. Bring me the passengers. I want them alive. And Overload. That is a very, very typical pack that I would have seen. When I was first getting into this game, I only ever pulled like these red cards, which are the interrupts and effect cards. Meanwhile, my friends Steve and Matt, they would always pull, you know, good characters. Not just characters, but good characters like Luke and Vader. And then every set they would pull good cards. I think my first good character was Captain Han Solo from Cloud City. So we're going to start this pack off with a very good card. A Jedi Lightsaber. These were always good. Especially with the later sets when they added more Jedis. Because it costs X to deploy on a warrior. Where X equals 7 minus the warrior's ability. And Jedi Knights were 6 ability. So for one, you give them this really nice weapon. It was really, it's really key. Because this is one of the best weapons that you could get. I think last video I was talking about weapons and how terrible they all were. But lightsabers were good, but in the earlier sets, you only had Obi-Wan Kenobi and Vader, who were high enough even to get this card. Because even below that was Luke at 4. So then you were paying 3 to deploy it on him and 3 to swing with it. So it was expensive. But in the later sets, you got higher abilities. So it's a good card, but it was made for much later. Evacuate. Kind of skipped over this one. Did this one have any good text? Luke and Han took the armor suits from fallen stormtroopers and used them as both protection and disguise to penetrate the detention cell block aboard the Death Star. I don't know if it was just the way this set was kind of like trying to keep the license early. Like, hey, here's a proof of concept. But I feel like a lot of the text up here was more generic in this set. The further you went along, the more wild and outlandish this text got. Maybe they got bolder, maybe they ran out of good ideas, but I like the way they went much later on. And our rare is that our rare? The Septoid droid, or the Treadwheel droid? I guess that's the rare. Right? Yeah, it looks like it. All your vehicles and droids at the same location are immune to attrition less than 2. That's actually pretty decent. Also, if Treadwheel droid is at a docking bay, all your starfighters at the related system are immune to attrition less than 3. That's actually decent. I never really realized that it just granted immunity to attrition. Y-Wing. Restraining bolt. Scomplic Axis, that one comes up a lot. Hey, a Rebel Trooper, not a Stormtrooper, but a Rebel Trooper. Definitely the harder to find. And I think last video I was talking about how the different rarities of cards. And actually, I think Stormtroopers and Rebel Troopers were actually a completely separate rarity, which was like common 3. So they should have been ultra common. Hans Dice. Draining Bolt. Hey, we got a TIE Fighter and a Y-Wing in the same pack. Interrupt. Dejeric. Hologram. Macro Scan, we've seen at least one of those. And it's worse. So, nothing really good out of these 2 packs this time. Definitely nothing that I was missing. But still, a good time opening these packs as always. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.